Hello student, let's start second video of how to earn money. The history of money is fascinating and spans thousands of years, evolving from simple bartering system to complex financial instruments. Here's a brief overview. Barter system. In early human societies, people exchanged goods and services directly through bartering. For example, a farmer might exchange wheat for a pot made by a potter. While these systems were on a small scale, it had a limitation, such as the double coincidence of bonds problem where both parties had to want what the other had to offer. Commodity money. To overcome the limitation of bartering, societies began using commodity money, which is an intrinsic value. Common commodities used as money included shell, salt, cattle, and precious metals like gold and silver. These commodities are widely accepted as a medium of exchange and a store of value. Metal coins. As the societies become more complex, metal coins emerged as a standardized form of money. These coins were stamped with a design to certify their weight and purity, ensuring their value. Ancient civilizations such as the Greek, Romans, and Chinese maintained coins for use in a trade and commerce. Paper money. Paper money originated in China during the Tang Dynasty 7th century AD. Merchants and traders used a receipt for deposits of coins as a convenient form of payment. Eventually, government began using a paper money backed by precious metals or other assets. Over time, fiat money, which is not backed by a physical commodity but by the government declaration and people's trust, become the form. Banknote and banking systems. The development of banking systems further facilitated the use of paper money. Banks issued banknotes as a promise to pay the bearer a specified amount of money on demand. Over time, central banks emerged to regulate the money supply and stabilize the financial system. Electronic money. With the rise of technology, money has become increasingly digital. Electronic transform credit cards and cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and transform the way we transact. These forms of money rely on digital records rather than physical tokens. Throughout history, the evolution of money has been driven by the need for efficient means of example exchange, store of value, and unit of account. While the forms of money have changed over time, it is a fundamental role and facilitating economic transmission remains unchanged. Creating money in an economy typically involves a process controlled by the central bank or monetary authority of country. Her simplified explanation of how it is done. Central bank monetary policy. The central banks such as the Federal Reserve in the United States or the European Central Bank in the Eurozone is responsible for regulating the money supply in the economy. They do this primarily through monetary policy, which includes setting interest rates and controlling the money supply. Open market operations. One common way central banks are create money is through open market operations. This involves the central bank purchasing government securities such as bonds from banks and other financial institutions. When the central bank buys these securities, it pays for them by crediting the accounts of the seller with new reserves. These reserves effectively increase the money supply. Reserve recruitments. Central banks also have the power to adjust reserve requirements, which are the amount of funds that banks must hold in reserve against deposits. By lowering reserve requirements, banks have more funds available to lend, increasing the money supply. Discount window. Another tool Another tool at the disposal of central banks is the discount window. Here, banks can borrow funds directly from the central bank by adjusting the interest rate at which they lend to banks. Central banks can influence the amount of money banks are willing to borrow, this affecting the money supply. It is important to note that while central banks have the authority to create money, they must do cautiously to maintain stability in the economy. Too much money creation can lead to inflation, while too little can stifle economic growth. Therefore, central banks aim to strike a balance between this computing. Thank you.